Hello and welcome to episode number 12 of the Chase and 8 podcast, where we'll be recapping a crazy Saturday experience. Hey, man, I'm glad that we weren't playing. I'm your host, TJ Mullins. I'm here with my co host, Ryan Mullins. Our other co host, Alex Polson, he's going through an interesting situation right now with his apartment complex, but he'll get that figured out. He'll be back on here hopefully by the end of the week. But how we doing, man?
Hey, beautiful. I kind of wish we were playing because if it was OU Texas,
That would have been, yeah.
maybe there's another upset we're talking about today.
Yeah, because that was the tale of the Saturday, right? Was the upsets, and that was literally the only thing that I could think about all day was, man, I'm glad that we're not playing, just so we don't have to deal with all that crap. You know what I'm saying? It was
Right.
just it was a great time to just kick back and watch some crazy games happen, man.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I agree. Yeah. Yeah. Now that you say that, yeah, it was. Yeah, I
I see
didn't. The
what you're
stress.
saying, though. I like what
Yeah.
you're saying, but I
Right.
mean, it was
But
nice to not have to go through it.
right, the stress level. I need to keep
Sure.
my stress down
Exactly.
for this
Exactly.
week.
All right, man. Yeah, so let's dive right into it. We'll keep this pod a little shorter today because obviously we're not recapping an OU game or anything coming off the bye week. Hey, let's talk about what you're looking for just for the Sooners, just real quick, just hit on it because we'll talk more about it on Thursday. But what do you want to see from the Sooners coming out the bye week, man?
I mean, it seems to happen to us every year where there's like a dip. Like, remember last year
Yeah,
we beat Texas, we have a bye week, and then we go out and lose two in a row. So not having that dip, I think winning like we did at Auburn, it really helped gain momentum going into the bye week. So I expect us to come out, and it's OU Texas, that helps too. But just I expect us to come out with a lot more intensity, I'll say, than like maybe a last year. Going to Texas and then playing. I think we went to Kansas after
Kansas.
that.
I think it was Kansas.
That's a big, right?
Yeah. Or we
So,
we might have played. I think we played UCF the next week.
okay,
And remember, it came down to a
yeah,
last. It came down to a last second. They had a last second attempt in
right,
the end zone, and then the next week I think is when we went up to Lawrence. So I
okay,
could be wrong. I think that's what happened though, because I think we got a win, but it was ugly, and then I think we lost two in a row.
okay. Well, yeah, just not
Oh, did I
having
lose you?
that, like, just no sense of intensity. Like
What's going on right now?
I want to see. I want to see us like put in new plays, like offensively. I want to see like different plays out there. I want to see maybe a new scheme. You've had a whole nother week
What is
to
going on
add
right
in
now?
plays for their new quarterback. That, I mean, obviously here there is some similarities between him and Jackson, but there's also a lot of differences. Like you said last pod, maybe you throw in like a speed option or something. So anyway, yeah, just more keep that intensity. Use uh, that win at Auburn to continue that momentum. Because I think the way you won that, I think that just builds and builds. When you had, because 3.5 quarters, you had not a chance, no hope. I was there at the game. Although you fans kind of were just, we've seen this before. We don't trust our offense. Um, and then, hey, offense made a play, big play, finally threw the ball down the field and made a big play happen, sparked it, scored a touchdown. Next drive, pick six. That's a momentum building drive that you can build on going into the bye week. And then yeah, let's cater the offense now. You had a whole week to cater it around Michael Hawkins. So that's what I'm expecting to see. I want to see some plays just for him. If that's QB run, great. If that's a speed option, great. Just something different. So, um, you know what I mean? That's how we're gonna continue on this momentum building.
Dude, have you been talking the whole time?
Yeah, I saw you go off.
Okay, I appreciate that, man, because that was I don't know what just happened. That was a crazy situation. I had to move
Yeah.
room. I had to move rooms there.
Okay. No, yeah. I mean, I was just I don't know where it cut you off at, but just keeping the momentum. How we won that Auburn game, I think that you can really build up momentum, and I want to see the offense. I want to see Seth cater to Michael Hawkins now. You've had a whole week. Let's put some plays in for him that is just for him, like you said at the other pod. If that's a speed option, then it's a speed option, or whatever it is, you know.
Yeah, that's my biggest thing too. Is when you have momentum, man, you gotta ride the wave. Like you gotta utilize it. You gotta keep it going, and that's what I want to see from the bye week. I want to see guys get healthy, man. I want to see guys come back with an edge to them. You know, because you've seen what the team is capable, especially on the offensive side of the ball, and I want to see it continue moving forward. And I think Seth will get them right, and I think going into the Cotton Bowl on Saturday, I think we're gonna come out ready to play, dude. Like you had mentioned, I know OU's notorious for after the bye week. There's that dip, right? We can't have it this year, you know, because we're going into the meat of the schedule, the hardest part of the schedule. So I can only hope that the team comes out ready to play, you know.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, all right, dude. Sorry about that. I don't know what just happened for real on the internet
That's
connection.
all right.
Let's talk about a couple of these games, man, because we had a crazy couple games. Let's start with the Missouri A&M because I really want to start with the SEC schools since that's our conference, and then we'll get to some of the other ones. But for before this game even started, I thought it was going to be a good one. I thought Missouri was going to come in there and give A&M a good test. Everybody talks about the atmosphere at A&M, but dude, I've never really seen it be that big of a factor than I saw on Saturday. Dude, Missouri looked like they had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, it was. I actually took Missouri to win the ball game, so
Right.
I thought that the Brady, the
Yeah.
quarterback, having the experience that he had in Luther LB3 or whatever they call him, Luther Burden.
He's a
Um,
dog, though.
yeah, but I mean, he's a no show
No, I
because
know.
I mean they couldn't do anything. A&M was from start to finish. They were getting pushed around, getting out coached. Wasn't even. I mean,
It was crazy.
yeah, it was not what I was expecting for sure.
No, I'm with you, though. I literally thought Missouri, I thought it was going to be a close game, but I thought Missouri would come out on top just because I thought they were the better team.
Right.
But Connor Wayman or Weeman or whatever, however you say his name. I can't Wayman, I think. Wigman. Who knows? I have no idea.
That guy.
But he played a hell of a game.
Yeah.
And I've watched him, a handful of times now, but the dude was slinging it all over the yard, man. Played a hell of a game and had to have it. And he came out and because a lot of people thought he wasn't even going to play, and he came out just locked in. It was incredible.
Yeah, they've been starting that other kid, that True Fresh.
Yeah,
So,
and he looked good. He had looked good.
yeah. And then this guy, he was a surprise, which he's been the starter, but he
Yeah,
started the year obviously, maybe not playing as well as he should have. And hey, he played a hell of a game, so give him credit. I think A&M, man,
they're
I think they're
scary.
kind of a scary team. Yeah, if that quarterback continues to play like that, and having said that, how good is Missouri really?
That's
They
what
haven't
I was gonna say.
Yeah, they haven't really played anybody, and the only people that they have played that have any, heartbeat almost beat them, or probably should have beat them. So,
Yeah, and we'll get to
uh,
that game. We'll get to
yeah,
that game here in a little bit, but yeah, let me give you some stats though. Brady Cook, 13 of 31 for 186 and a touchdown. Connor Wayman, 18 of 22, 276, but no touchdowns. But that's because they ran the ball for 236 yards. So
yeah,
they just it was a manhandled situation from the from the jump, dude.
yeah. Yeah, they were just pushing them around. I
And
mean, that O line.
that was the 11 o'clock slate, so that just got the day going, dude. And you
Yeah,
could just feel it, man. You could just
yeah.
feel it because the 11 o'clock slate as well. You had SMU Louisville, who Louisville
Mhm.
was ranked 22nd, and they get beat at home. And that'll lead us to the next game that I want to just touch on briefly. Was I really wanted to see how Ole Miss bounced back after the loss last week. They bounced back pretty well, I should say. The final score was 27-3, but I'm pretty sure they had 27 in like early third quarter. Dude, this was like not even a close game whatsoever.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of that game. I was surprised. South Carolina's defensive line has been looking
Phenomenal.
phenomenal,
Phenomenal.
and they Ole Miss O line. Hey, give them credit. They held up and they were able to run the ball a little bit, I
Yeah.
believe. So that opened the passing game up.
Yeah. I mean, 100%. And let's talk about the game that I think was definitely the surprise of the weekend. Alabama goes on the road to Vandy and takes their first loss of the season. Here's what jumps off the page when I look at this game. So I texted two of my buddies, Cohen and Connor, shout out, but they're huge Alabama fans. And what I told them, this is you can't win the ball game. When the time of possession, Vandy had the ball for 42 minutes and 8 seconds, dude.
That's
And it's like to only lose by 5 is incredible. Like I literally have no idea how that's even possible. I know because they're definitely the better team. Alabama's a better team. I mean, I don't know what else to say, but when you have
sure.
when you have the ball for 17 minutes or essentially 18 minutes, dude, that is like incredible to me. I don't even know how it's possible.
Yeah, I think they had what 2 touchdowns that were pretty quick to Ryan Williams.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So that'll do it real quick, but that doesn't help your defense out. You put them right back on the field after they've been.
They were just getting, hammered all day.
It's very surprising.
I know. I don't really know where that came from because if you go back to the Georgia game, they played a very good game, on the defensive side of the ball. And then they come out against Vandy, and I don't know if I don't know, I don't know, but it just looked like a different team.
Well, it did, yeah, defensively for sure, and offensively, honestly. But give that quarterback Pavia. Hey, coming from New Mexico State,
Yep.
Nobody wanted him. And then
their coach, I think they hired a new coach, and I think he was the one that missed at New Mexico State. So I think he brought him with him. Could be wrong on that, but I thought I heard that somewhere.
Okay. But he made, 4th and 1, you go for it and you throw a bomb that's just perfect.
Yeah.
That's ballsy. And I was watching the end. They did a shovel pass that was beautiful. I wish we would do some shovel pass stuff. I can't see Chiefs do it all the time. And when you do it right, it'll work. So now I even like the game plan. It was a hell of a coaching job, and the players executed.
I totally agree. Yeah, I think Alabama kind of got punched in the mouth early, and you could tell from there it was going to be a dogfight, man. And like you said, I just think the game plan was right, and everything kind of just fell in place after that.
Yeah.
So,
and I think Alabama players are like, come on, where's Vanderbilt?
There's no doubt. There's no doubt.
Like, we'll get it back. And they're, you can go through the game like, well, not worried about it. And then you get to the end and you're like, oh crap.
Definitely. Yeah. I'm not worried. They'll be fine. Bama, I'm not worried about them falling off or anything like that. They're going to be good, but they showed that they're beatable though. And I think they put on tape in that Vandy game. I mean, they're going to have to figure some things out because people will start exploiting them, man.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So
I agree.
Yeah, so they're going to have to figure some stuff out. Let me just give you some stats from that ball game. Just individuals. So Jalen Milroe, 18 of 24 for 310 yards, a touchdown, interception. I mean, played a good game. He did. Played a good game. And then Vandy, like you said, Pavia, 16 of 20, 252, and 2 touchdowns, man. Hey, I've watched him a couple times this year. The guy's impressive, dude.
He is.
He's impressive.
Got a little Baker in him.
Yeah, it is. He's just like a dog, and he's not scared of nothing.
Right. Yeah, that's what I noticed. Yeah.
Yeah, he's an impressive quarterback. So let's talk about the nightcap. Arkansas, Tennessee, man. This game I still don't understand. I'm so confused on. What was it at halftime? Like 6-3 or something like that?
It was something crazy. Yeah.
And
yeah.
It blows my mind, right? Because everybody talks about how good this Tennessee offense is, right? How good Nico is. How good their wide receivers are. How good their defense is, which I will say, though, their defense did play very well. But, dude, their offense was so stagnant. I was like, what is going on, dude?
Yeah, and Arkansas's defense is not very good. I mean, they're not. Yeah, which that's 2 games in a row now that the offense has, because they didn't. That's people act like they dominated Oklahoma. They did not dominate, and I don't care. They let off the gas. That's bullcrap. You just saw they didn't let off the gas.
Exactly.
They can't move the ball.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody wants to talk about that, and I'm like, did you watch the first half of this game?
Yeah,
dude. I was so bored. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, and it's a freshman quarterback. I mean, he's making mistakes. I was surprised they couldn't run the ball.
I know. Me too.
I thought they probably could have tried to run it more, but yeah, man, I was shocked.
And
shocked.
Dude, can we talk about the last? Have you seen this last play of the game?
Yeah, he just runs out of bounds.
Dude,
I don't understand.
He drives him all the way down the field.
Yeah,
it's a 5-point game. Like they're well within. It's not even like a Hail Mary, dude. You could run a normal play.
Isn't it like on the 18?
That's what I'm saying. You could run a normal play. Like there's no like throwing it deep or anything like that. The guy just runs out of bounds.
And the crazy thing is, Joe Milton, I believe he did the same thing for Tennessee a couple years ago.
It's like
last play of the game, they run out of bounds.
Dude, I literally was watching it like that was the craziest thing I've ever seen. You just throw it. If you throw an interception, that's
who
cares, But you at least give your team a shot. Like
your wide receivers are huge.
That's what I know, and that's what I was like. I mean, that made no sense to me whatsoever. But
yeah.
All right, some stats: 17 of 29, Nico Iamaleava. I nailed that right there. 17 of 29, 158 yards.
He may get benched if he's at Oklahoma.
I was just about to say, I think Michael Hawkins Jr. threw more yards against Auburn. So I'm just saying that right now.
161.
There you go. Taylon Green, 19 of 27, 266. I mean, there was just really no offense in this game.
He got hurt, though.
He did get hurt. And that Malachi, the backup was Malachi Singleton. He only threw 3 passes. He kind of came in and just he
took him down the last drive.
He did take him down there. He did, and he made some key plays when they had to have it.
So, yeah.
But yeah, so he played a good game when he stepped up for him.
Can you hear that child?
Yes. What's going on there?
He's having a great time.
Oh no. Oh no, dude.
He's having fun, man. He's just hooping and hollering.
Nice. Hey, so Ryan, my nephew, Ryan's son, he just started walking a little bit, so that's an exciting time in our life. Just a little insight there for everybody that's watching.
Oh yeah.
All right, final game here, bro. Minnesota USC. It was a hell of a game. It really was. I mean, hell of a game meaning USC lost, because I'm always going to be rooting for their downfall. I have no problem saying that whatsoever. So and there's a lot of controversy on the last play. Have you seen it?
I think so.
So
The interception.
the last touchdown for Minnesota,
Oh, oh,
it
uh,
it was close. It was close, but I still think he
yeah.
scored. But
Talking about it, yeah,
what a game though, dude.
yeah. I didn't get to watch it, but I was keeping track of it. I just don't think USC is very good either.
So when they went and played LSU first game of the season, one thing that I said was, man, they were physical, right?
Yeah,
Like they played physical and they beat a very good LSU team. They really, I mean, but ever since that game, dude, it's been like I don't know. It's the typical Lincoln Riley stuff. We've
yeah,
watched it for years. You know, there'll be games where where the team will come out and they'll be hungry and they'll be aggressive and they'll be physical, and then for like 3 games straight, dude, it's like nothing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. No, yeah. I mean, yeah, we've seen that too many times. So I don't know. And then they're in the Big Ten now, so it's a different brand of football. I mean, it's not like it was 49-47.
Yeah, no
Like
doubt.
all the Big 12,
Exactly,
it's he can't put points on the board.
man. And
Supposedly.
I don't know if you've seen his press conferences or anything like that, but
I Yeah.
he's yeah, I don't want to go down that route either, but
He's getting I tell you what, depending on how they like, I think they lose this week too.
there's no
Penn
doubt.
State. I don't know. Remember, like you said, big games, he shows up.
That is true.
So we'll see.
Hey,
Uh,
let me
but
tell you though, the slate of college football this weekend is
yeah,
absurd. It's gonna be awesome.
he may be on the hot seat, depending on how he finishes the year.
I didn't realize that in his last 12 games, he's 7-5, I think. Which is like, I'm like, it doesn't seem like that, but I guess that's true.
That's with the number 1 overall pick.
Correct.
A lot of them.
All right, Miller Moss, 23 of 38 for 200 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. And those 2 interceptions were huge in the game.
Yeah.
Max Brosmer, quarterback for Minnesota, 15 and 19, 169 yards. But they had more rushing. They ran the ball better, and that was the key to the game, just the rushing attack.
Which is Big Ten football.
Exactly. No doubt.
So USC's not. I don't think they're real used to that type of play yet.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think they fell out of the top 25.
Well, sure. What are they? 3-2?
Yeah, and if they, like you said, if they go, I think is it Penn State they play this week?
Yeah. Penn State at home.
If they lose, that'd be 3 in a row.
Got that Skeeter in here, boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that'd be 3 in a row. And like I said, I mean, there's still some games on their schedule that they could lose.
Definitely.
I mean, you lose to Minnesota.
You could lose to anybody.
Yeah, so.
Not anybody, but there's some games on the schedule that you could absolutely lose.
Right.
But all right, man. We good there?
Oh yeah.
Is anything else you want to touch on before we start wrapping the sucker up?
Just one thing real quick. I think OU is still continue getting disrespected about the ranking. And just one team in particular sticks out to me, Utah. Utah's got 1 loss. Who was it?
Arizona.
Arizona. And their best win is Oklahoma State. Right?
Yeah.
Who does not look near as good as it did. And our only losses to it was at home, I get that, but it was the 8th team in the country.
Yeah. How
is Utah ahead of us? We have a road win at Auburn. I think that's better than any of Utah's wins. But they have a road win at OSU, but OSU, it stinks.
Oh boy, look,
I think Auburn would beat OSU.
I agree with that. I do.
Anyway, I still think for some reason, after Lincoln left, we get disrespected
I
in
don't
the
know.
ranking.
Yeah, I'm still confused on that. And honestly, I really do not care about the what's that poll called that just came out?
AP.
Yeah, the AP. I mean, the AP to me is just it really means nothing at this point until the college, the CFP, um, those polls come out. That's when I'll start actually looking at the rankings. Because right now, dude, it's just a wash for me,
Right.
honestly. Because especially now since there's 12 teams getting in, I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, you could be 20, you could be 25 right now and still very easily get into playoffs. So it's not even like I agree with you though. I do because there's a dude, Tennessee. Let's just point them out. I think they only fell like 3 or 4 spots, I think. And so, I mean, listen, and I get it. They lost on the road in the SEC. So I mean, but still, I was expecting them to be 12, 12 or 13. I still think they're top 10, if I'm mistaken. I don't really know where they're at, honestly. I think they only
They're
fell
8.
4 spots, but
Yeah, they're 8.
8, right? So that's what I'm saying. I don't really pay much attention to it, but
Yeah.
I agree with you though. But
But yeah, that's all I had.
okay, yeah, man, we wanted to keep this short and simple tonight because it's a big week, man. It's like a holiday. It feels like a holiday for us because this week in particular is the biggest week of for me personally. I'm not speaking for whole Sooner Nation there, but there's just nothing better than OU Texas week, man.
Oh yeah,
So
nothing better.
it's going to be exciting, and expecting big things come Saturday. So, we'll do a bigger pod on Thursday, breaking down the game, giving our scores, giving our picks. Our 3 picks that we think going to be a lock. I think we're all over up to this point. So, actually, I will say though, there was a pod that didn't get published before Auburn that I did pick the Sooners to cover and win.
Can't
So,
count it.
but other than that, I think we're over. We'll get some picks for y'all, man. Put some money down, win some money, baby. But
Oh yeah,
but yeah, all right, man. One more time. Anything you got?
I'm good.
Okay. Hey, I just want to shout out to everybody. Appreciate y'all being on the journey with us. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and man, we just appreciate everybody that's been on the journey with us. But yeah, man. Hey, you know how we always end this thing? It's a big boomer.
Sooner.